Do you have a website for your business, or are you thinking about building one yourself, or having an amateur or a professional or a friend do it for you? Well, before you do, take a look at this video. I'm going to lay out in a brief overview the how, why, what, and who of your business website. Stay tuned. Hi, Jeffrey here with Max Height Web Solutions, talking about your website. First of all, why a website? Why does your business need a website? I'm going to give you 5 reasons in no particular order. They're all equally important, I think. The first one is to add legitimacy to your website. In this day and age, if a business doesn't have a website, it may as well not exist, because people aren't going to take you seriously. They're going to wonder, why don't you have a website? Everybody else does. Number 2, a website is going to help you build your brand authority, to support you as an authority in whatever field you're in. Build you as an expert, as an authority in this field. Point 3, your competition all have websites. And if you don't, you're not competing. Point 4, SEO, search engine optimization. I'm sure you've heard that term before. Your customers are looking for you, and they're looking for you on the internet. And they look for you by typing in keywords into search fields, Google, Bing, Yahoo. And if you don't have a web presence, if you don't have a website, there's no place for Google, Bing, Yahoo to send them to index your keywords from your website. So again, your business doesn't exist on the internet. People can't find you. And the 5th point is, with a website, you have a 24-hour, 365-day-a-year marketing and selling tool that is always on. What a great benefit to have a marketing and selling tool that is running 24/7, 365. Now, the what of a website. What do you build the website with? What tools do you use to build this website? This basically breaks down into either coding a website in HTML and CSS, which, if you're not a coder and you don't know what I just said, you're probably not going to go that route, because that's opening a whole learning curve and a whole Pandora's box that you probably don't want to get into unless you are interested in getting into the web design and web development field. You're going to need to know about HTML and CSS. But if you're not interested in that path, and you're probably not if you're running a business other than that, then you're probably not going to go that route. The other route is using some kind of content management system known as a CMS. And there are so many of them on the internet, and I'm going to highlight a couple of them, a couple of the more popular ones that you probably have heard of. You may have heard of Wix. That's a very popular content management system you can use to build your website. And the advantage with the content management system is you're building your website visually, graphically. You're not using code. It makes it easier for a non-coder to build a website. There's some points I want to make here about building your own website. No matter how easy the platform is, if you are not visually oriented as some kind of a designer, or you're not in a design field, or you're not a particularly artistic person, there are some people that just have a really good eye for design and some people that don't. If you don't have an eye for design, it's going to be a challenge for you to create a really beautiful website. I don't care what platform you use. If you do have a good eye for design, then using just about any visual or graphic platform to build your website is going to be fairly effective for you. So, that being said, Wix is a very popular content management system. Prices start at, I think, around $17, $20 a month, and you get a domain, you get hosting, and you use their platform. And your website lives in the Wix environment. And that's important, because I'm going to point out an option later that you have more ownership and more control of. Wix, you build in the Wix environment, and it is hosted by Wix on the Wix server, and you basically have all of your website and all of the functionality and components live in the Wix hosting environment. Another option is Squarespace, and it operates similarly to Wix. It's a graphic environment. You build your website visually, and by visually I mean you drag and drop things. You don't have to code. It's about the same amount of money. Another content management system is GoDaddy. GoDaddy has their own website builder. It functions a little differently than Wix and Squarespace do. And it's not a one price fits all kind of deal. You pay for your domain separately, you pay for your hosting separately, and then I think certain hosting packages get the website builder for free and things like that. Full transparency, full disclaimer, I don't use Squarespace, Wix, or GoDaddy to build my websites. I have played with each of them, and by played, I mean very minimally. Just kind of got in and experimented to get the feel for the environment. But they would not be my platform of choice because I need more extensibility. I need more expandability. I need more control over my graphic design, over my design choices and the functionality that I put into a website. I need more control, and I need a wider choice of things that I can work with. And Wix, Squarespace, GoDaddy don't give me that granular control and flexibility and expandability in either design or functionality, components, all the things that I need to be able to do for my clients. I can't do them all from any one of those. So I have chosen WordPress. I work in the WordPress environment, and WordPress is a slightly different animal. Well, not slightly. It's a very different animal than these other content management systems. You actually install WordPress in a hosting environment that you choose. So you don't have to, you're not stuck with just GoDaddy. You're not stuck with just Wix or just Squarespace. You can pick any of the millions of hosting providers out there. You can use Bluehost, HostGator, One-on-One, Network Solutions. There's literally a million of them. I can't name them all right now. My hosting provider is SiteGround, and they are excellent with working and supporting a WordPress environment. So I chose them many, many years ago, and I've been very happy with them. Once I pay for my domain and I pay for my hosting account or my server, then I go into my dashboard, I click a button, and boom, there is a WordPress website all laid out and ready to go. I then go in and install a theme and install a series of plugins, which are little packages of software that help my website do certain things, depending on what it needs to do. And this is the power of WordPress, is there are literally hundreds of thousands of themes and hundreds of thousands of plugins that do everything from connect with your email service to support a video catalog or a video gallery to e-commerce to allow people to put a shopping cart where they can add things to their cart and then check out all on your website. That is the benefit for me of using WordPress, but it can also be a nightmare for somebody who may not want to have to wade through hundreds of thousands of plugins and themes to figure out what's the best one. I have done that over the years that I've been with WordPress, and I've landed on one company that produces a premium theme and a suite of plugins that does everything I'm ever going to need to do with a website. And I pay them a licensing fee. And so I use those themes and plugins on all my websites that I build for my clients. You can do the same kind of thing. You don't have to pay a licensing fee for an agent licensing fee like I do, but you can pay just a one-off for your one website, and then you do a renewal every year for that. And I don't know what the price is now for my theme company. In fact, I'll tell you, it's Thrive Themes. And in fact, I will put a link in the description below so you can check them out. And if you want to start up with Thrive Themes, then they've got all kinds of support, all kinds of videos. In fact, I'm going to do a video series on how to build a website with Thrive themes. And I'm going to be introducing the Thrive website builder, which is called Architect, in that series of videos. Which leads me to the how of a website. How do you build a website? Once you've chosen once you've chosen what platform, I can't speak to, as I told you, I can't speak to how to build one with Wix, how to build one with Squarespace, how to build one with GoDaddy, or the thousands of other web builders out there, but I can show you how to build a website on WordPress with the Thrive theme website builder called Architect. And that is going to also be a series of videos that I'm going to be coming out with, as I think I alluded to just a moment ago. So if you've chosen WordPress, then you're going to need a domain. I have a video on registering a domain. You're going to need hosting, and I have a video on how to choose hosting. There'll be a link to SiteGround hosting below. After you have your domain and your hosting, then you install WordPress. And if you're using SiteGround, it's real easy. You push a button, boom, there's your WordPress website ready to go, ready for you to get in and start configuring and designing and developing that website. The next thing you do, you want to install your theme, and you want to install the plugins you need. I do have a video on how to set up a WordPress website and what you need to get started building a website on WordPress using the Thrive themes. And once again, the Thrive link is below, and the link to SiteGround hosting is also below. And this brings us to the who part of this video. Who's going to build this website for you? You can take the information I just gave you and you can dive in yourself. I will give you a warning. It's a bit of a technical learning curve. And depending on your proclivities, some people are very tech savvy. Some people like a challenge. Some people don't mind a learning curve. Other people don't want anything to do with a technical learning curve. They'd rather just do their business and let somebody else magically create it. So those are your choices. Either you do it and encounter the learning curve yourself. If you're doing Wix or you're doing WordPress or you're doing GoDaddy or Squarespace, whatever, you learn as you go how to make this happen. If you don't have a designer's eye, you don't have an eye for the visually appealing, you don't know how different fonts complement each other, how to create a pleasing and effective color palette for your website, what pictures would be good, how do I optimize pictures for a website. If that doesn't appeal to you, you probably don't want to do this yourself. So that brings us to the other choice of hiring somebody. You can hire somebody from an amateur to a hobbyist or to a professional. You might also find a friend or a family member that knows how to do this, that's willing to do it for free. The challenge there is to know what you're getting. Now, if it's free, the only thing you're investing is time, waiting for them to finish it so you can launch your website. But if you're paying money, how do you know what you're getting? You need to make sure that the person that you're hiring to build your website really knows what they're doing. A simple website can cost anywhere between $500 and $10,000, depending on the level of expertise of the person building your website. Something you will want to consider is the person building the website also going to create the content for the website? Because those are two different branches. There are website designers, and then there are website content developers. Those are the people that write the words for the website, take the pictures for the website, take the videos for the website. You can find web developers who do it all, who will build the website, will write your content, will take your pictures, take your video. They have the whole staff. Those are going to be much more expensive websites. If you're willing to write your own content, take your own pictures, take your own videos, or use what are called stock images or stock videos on your website, then you're going to be able to reduce the costs. And I'm going to have a video doing a deep dive in exactly what these components are and how you build your own website, or what you should be expecting from a professional website designer and developer. As a helpful resource, I've put together a a PDF document. It's a guide really called the 14 Ways to Know If a Web Designer Knows Their Stuff. And it's a very easy to scan and read, like 2 or 3 page PDF document on questions that you should be asking a potential web developer and the gist of the answers they should be giving. They shouldn't be stumped by any of these questions. And if they are, then they're probably not very experienced in the web development arena. And then make sure you price it accordingly. If you're paying them $500, they should know some of the things on this document. If you're paying them $10,000, they should know everything on that document backwards and forwards. And by the way, that's a free download. If you go to my website, mhwebsolutions.com, or you just Google Max Height Web Solutions, and go to my website and look at free stuff in the top main menu, click on free stuff, and download the 14 ways to know if a web designer knows their stuff. And then you can just print that out and take it with you when you go to an interview or you're talking to somebody on the phone. You can ask them some of those questions and see if you stump them or how they respond to those questions. And again, the answers are there too, how they should be answering those questions. So there it is, the what, why, how, and who of your business website. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, consider giving it a thumbs up because that helps other people find this video that may be in the same boat that you are and may benefit from it. If you know somebody else that could benefit from this video, share it with them. Click the little share button below. Also, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because, as I said, there's going to be a lot of these videos coming out over the weeks and months that will be helpful resources in building your web presence and marketing your products and services online. So keep your eye open. Oh, and if you want to be notified whenever I release a new video, you can just click the little bell icon down below and that will notify you, give you a little notification whenever I release a new video. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Here is to your great business success. Until next time, this is Jeffrey Atherton with Max Height Web Solutions. Peace out.